Like, I'm not important enough to change this art.
Mhm.
I learned it a certain way, and that's how I'm going to do it.
The subtleties and the difference of the BJJ scene, let's say in Thailand and other parts of the world. What could you say about that?
Yeah, man, it's a lot different. And I think jujitsu is just evolving. But, I've been doing this shit more than 20 years. And so I have a real old school mentality. And, when the Brazilians kind of brought this stuff to the States, a lot of them, there's a commercial opportunity
Mhm.
for them to make money. But I think down deep, a lot of them were a little bit disappointed on the things that changed in the jiu-jitsu culture when it spread there.
Mhm.
And so you take it even like another step further and you go like one step further away from like the roots and you come over here. And so I have this like a similar perspective on, like you see these evolutionary stages and you kind of see things are changing and they're a little bit different. And so I think I'm sharing seeing a little bit of that right now over here.
Could you point out something distinctive then?
Yeah, a lot of it. Okay, jujitsu traditions.
Mhm.
You have these Brazilians that learned, from the source. They were very serious about some of these traditions. And I was taught, etiquette, traditions, these kind of things that, from the outside looking in, why are we doing that? It doesn't really make sense.
Mhm.
And a lot of people question, should we be doing this? Should we be doing that? And when it gets further and further away, you have people like, we're not doing that in my school,
Yeah.
and there's really nothing wrong with that. It's a
Yeah.
business. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But I always look at it from a point of humility.
Mm.
I was always like, who am I to change a tradition?
Yeah.
Like, who am I to just change the way that jiu-jitsu has been done for the last 50 years? Like, who am I to make that change? I don't have that power.
Mhm.
I'm not somebody special where I can just totally do something different and call it jiu-jitsu. I know guys that are now teaching heel hooks to beginner white belts in the gi.
Mhm.
It's not something that was traditionally done.
Mm.
Is there anything wrong with it from the outside looking in? Maybe everybody should learn that move. I don't know. But I looked at it like I don't have the right to make those changes.
Mhm.
Do I really understand all of it?
Yeah.
Do I think we got to bow 3 times and,
Yeah.
stand in a perfect line? I mean, there's a lot of things like this that happen. Can you ask this guy to roll or not? And, I mean, all of these things, I mean, from a practical point of view, questionable.
Mhm.
But I always just looked at it like I'm not important enough to change this art.
Mhm.
I learned it a certain way, and that's how I'm going to do it. Like, I don't want anything to be lost through me.